We said you'd go first, right?
Oh yeah, is that it? Yeah, good evening. Welcome to Link to the Past Randomizer League. We've got Frozen Leftovers versus Titan Mitts tonight, Sailor Nep and Days Cloud for each team. I'm Chimo on comms, and this is Phileon joining me. How you doing?
Yo, happy Monday. I didn't get to come last week. I get to come this week. I'm happy. I'm excited. Do not, folks, do not let those point numbers at the bottom of the screen fool you. Yes, Titans Mitts won both their matches last week. That is great. I am proud of them. Sailor Nep was not involved in either of those. Do not think that past performance indicates future results here. Nep and Dazed are just going to go at this together.
Yeah, absolutely. Kind of a strange thing. I was looking at the stats, and this division all went 2-0 or 0-2 last week. There was no split matches, so I don't know if that was just because of the schedule or some luck or what, but it was sort of interesting.
Yeah, that's a weird one. So our mode today is Bad Keys or Fast All Dungeons is what we're saying that FAD stands for this week. For those of you that do not know, that means it's Key Sanity. It's all dungeons, but because we hate finding our second Egg Tower key on Moldorm 2, we are just going to put both Egg Tower keys right in Egg Tower in their vanilla locations.
Yeah, what do you think of this mode, Phileon?
I mean, it does not solve problems with like ice rod hunts or swamp small key hunts or GT big key hunts, but it does solve the problem of Egg Tower hunts. So I'll take that. I'll take that. And you know, at least all those other things I just mentioned block something, or in GT's case, are at the very end. You know, you have no way of telling with those Egg Tower keys.
Yeah, it looks like we're off here. We see the runners both starting at opposite places and then switching back. Get the quick checks out of the way.
And nothing too great yet. But hey, both runners going for the early hula head. Like, wait a second.
So Dazed went into the cave to get his camera up or whatever.
Oh yeah,
And you go from the bottom and that doesn't matter probably.
yeah. Nep's fine. Nep's got the hula hand. Nep's randomized the sound effects. Strap in, folks. This is gonna get a little rough. As nothing sounds. Oh god, nothing is gonna sound the way it should. I'm terrified.
I haven't used this setting at all, so I don't know anything how it works.
It is truly just like any sound can be any other sound. So you get used to it over the course of a seed, but you know, a lot of the normal audio cues you might look for just aren't there, and things will happen that you aren't prepared for.
I mean, that sounds super annoying to me, but people play with like quadruple heart speed and palette swap and all sorts of things.
I mean, I love extra beat speed. Ooh, why are we shouting?
There's a pearl. Moon
I like
pearl in the secret passage chest. So that is nice and early. And 20 rupees on Uncle. Won't say no. Starting to see Days went for the castle. I don't think that Sailor Nep did do that yet.
No. I can understand why. That's, you know, a long walk just for 2 checks. Plus a save and quit. Part of the reason the Uncle start is just to be able to rush Uncle on that initial start.
Yeah, and one of the things about this mode with those vanilla Agate Tower keys is that it takes a little bit less items to get through there. So you might end up like having to do it earlier or something like that anyways. Might be one reason to put off the castle.
Yeah, if you are going to find yourself sent through there, minimizing your walkbacks is a nice thing. Looks like Dazed is opting for the idea of let's put off what I can until I go to the village. Maybe I'll have a flute, maybe I'll have a bottle.
Except those things are always in the 20 checks in Kakariko, right?
They sure are. Both runners opting to Houlihan. I know a lot of people who do a Houlihan in Key Sanity, even when normally wouldn't, just for that guaranteed money at the start. Because your money pool and your bomb pool are so diluted with all the other crap.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like, there's just so few less like money and bomb drops and chests, so no chance you should just gamble like the well or blind set for bombs. Probably. There's a hammer. We're like halfway to Dark World already. And the big key to Eastern. That
Okay.
gives you an interesting dip available.
And a fire rod. Okay. Okay. I feel like a bow is coming soon.
There's no chance. That's like the last item.
Look. Look. I don't want to say this is a place for lying to me, but just be nicer with your brutal truth, please.
We'll hope for this runner's sake that the bow is coming soon, and that they can just clear out Eastern at their leisure.
I know why Nep is playing with shuffled sound effects. It makes everything so confusing and frustrating and unfun that you're just motivated to play through the game that much faster. I'm mostly kidding. I do enjoy this, but it is throwing me for a loop.
Some people just like all the things randomized, whether
Yeah.
that's like your sprite or music or sound
The
effects.
order you
now.
hit the pegs above Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock small, Skull big, on opposite sides. There's the Hyrule Castle small for days down in Mini Moldorm Cave. So that is sometimes an indicator of, hey, head to the castle. That's in logic.
Yeah, we continue to scout out the rest of Kakariko on Dave's side. Or outside of Kakariko, I mean.
Is this it? Is this the legendary Kak skip seed? No, there's a hammer there. But
There was hammer.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have hints or anything hinting foolish areas, so there's no way you would skip it anyways.
don't let your memes be dreams, kids. Or the other. I never know which way that should go.
Yes. 300 in Ice Rod Cave is pretty nice to find.
Is that is actually Zora money right there for Days.
Yeah, so it kind of looks like Days is gonna walk down and fake flipper, which makes sense.
Yeah, if he's gonna. Yeah, he's made it by the crabs, which is the dangerous part.
This is like the scariest screen in the game.
Two hearts in the light world, and Sahasrahla in the vanilla game wants you to go there right after Eastern.
Yeah.
The devs had a sense of humor.
For an item you don't need till the last dungeon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It helps you beat Lanmo in 2012 doing NMG strats, and
Ice Rod Lamos, we don't get to see that every day. But Sailor Neff at the castle did pick up that Moon Pearl. Just a glove away from Dark World access. Hobo Pod Key.
I think that's our second now.
Looks to be right.
And no castle key, but that doesn't matter with hammer. That does make this chain a little more appealing. There's a pod map. Hey, did we ever get that logic change that VTorp was talking about years ago, where like maps and compasses were logical prerequisites for finishing a dungeon?
I can't believe that was ever a thing.
Did that ever actually become a thing?
I think that is not a thing anymore. I'm quite certain it's not a thing. I know people did say that it was.
Okay.
Which
So we
I don't
won't
know.
worry about that.
Yell at me and tell me I'm wrong. Boom strats in the
Oh.
second key guard room. Nice.
Wrong boomerang, but you still love to see that.
It's got more range. You got to walk left first.
I don't know what Dace saw on the ledge there. Oh, that's a piece of heart. Never mind.
Yeah,
We really don't care about it.
Some junk. I tried out a few different strats on that ball and chain card, and getting hit seems like the fastest. You just hit him once, get hit him again.
Especially when you need to death warp like this. You want to just take the hit when you can.
There's
So
a
Samaria...
lamp on Zora, and Samaria in Zelda Cell, which is that nice early Hyrule Castle key.
Yeah,
actually paying off.
Proud of both our runners there, and I'm worried that they both might just put that off, put the other one off for a while.
I mean, it's less likely because it's key sanity, but there's a chance that Sailor Nip just doesn't get lamp, and probably wouldn't be a big deal.
I mean, you got Fire Rod for Aga Tower. That's the worst part of it. So
yeah,
there's doing it totally in the dark is very hard, or I should say dangerous, depending on your health count, because of all those pits. But doing it with just Fire Rod, you can still spot the torches fairly easily, consistently.
yeah. Most of the really difficult parts get pretty simple. You still have to worry about guards and stuff. So Dazed finally makes his way into Kakariko. Wasn't super rewarded for avoiding it. There wasn't a bottle or a flute or anything anywhere.
No.
But not really punished either, because you're gonna do most of the stuff.
Yeah, it's nice to at least not see the punish.
Where's our progression here, though? We need something, don't we?
Gina's cave?
Or Eastern.
Oh yeah, that's right. Days went halfway there and then bailed after
Yeah.
Saha.
It's gonna be
And we do have that big key.
Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit easier for Nep to dive in there. Especially, hasn't been to Saha at all yet, and doing other stuff first. But, I mean, with what they have, they can't really do anything, so... I don't know. Eastern or Agina? I don't know. I hate Agina.
Look, it's just the most out of the way first sphere check.
You should either do it first or last to give like an edge up on the people who don't do it.
And if you don't rush it, then I'm with you. Don't touch it at all until the game forces you there.
Yeah.
Normally, I'd expect, more other stuff, but we haven't seen a ton of Dark World keys just randomly dropping, like a couple pod, but
yeah,
which is like a vague hint in that direction, but still not a ton to go with.
It's kind of a random scattering of keys. Like one pod key does logically get you some checks once you're over there. You'd like to have as many pod keys as you can going in there, that's for sure. It's one of the worst locations in the game to walk to.
Yeah. 3 is kind of the baseline you want if you can manage it. 4 being great, because that's enough for a full clear. If you never open the front door. But 4 on the first visit is really hard to pull off.
So Sailor Nep has 488 rupees. That's not quite enough for a lamp. I don't know if any of these checks had like a bit of cash.
Oh, because that big 300 was just came up in Ice Rod Cave, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this could be difficult.
I see Daze has a farm a little money for the bottle vendor. Sailor Nep probably didn't do. Oh, and there's a map.
I think Nep did, and that's why we're short on Zora money right now.
There might just be 20 in a cave or something. I can't remember what was in Waterfall.
That's all you need at this point. Or maybe just a really good stun prize, if we've seen that.
There's a good triple.
Yeah. That right there will do it, and that's... Actually,
That's-
Dazed is going to be happy to know that, because that is almost pod money right there.
Yeah. I assume that's tier 2. I haven't really been paying attention to his kill count, but...
Surely he's killed 4 things and gotten hit at some point. That's... Like, that feels like the default state you're in for most of the game.
Yeah. That's a very nice tree pull for sure. And like you say, like, they gotta be getting to Dark World pretty soon. You definitely want that 110 rupees to give you some options.
So, okay, Dazed is going to go through the castle. But is doing this trip with the small key this time, I think. So, someone got the small key, right?
The small key was in Mini Moldarm Cave.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Nep didn't have it when he was here.
Yeah, Nep didn't have it earlier, so we're going to see Dazed clear the back of this dungeon.
Oh, that's right. That's
Getting
interesting.
the cane in the cell, of course, but also, I don't know. I'm starting to feel like a glove comes up, or just a sword and a cape, and the game goes, "Surprise! You're doing Aga."
Oh, yeah, he's got a lamp too, so that's just like straight in logic.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of lamp, or rather, speaking of not lamp, Nep did have to bail, so.
Yeah,
That's
it's
gonna
really
be
not a
tough.
big deal. Like it's nice to have lamp, but this tier runner, it's not really a big deal. It doesn't lose that much time. Probably the more important thing is that it like logically tells you some things maybe, but there's so much locked by it, it almost doesn't matter.
Oh yeah.
If you found it, you might be like, oh shit, I need to go back to Dark Cross. Or whatever, back of Castle.
Fire Rod puts back a castle in logic, right? No, only halfway. Or did that get... Man, it's been too long since I played this game.
Actually, I'm not too sure. I think it does. I kind of forgot you can go all the way. There's torches in all the rooms. So
The problem with not following every release note is that I can't remember which random things that I talked about with the devs ended up going through, and which ones didn't.
There's the money Sailor Nep needed.
Oh, there we are. It's 3 times as good as vanilla.
Yeah. So yeah, we get to see the Eastern dip here though. Probably a dip.
Bow, 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 bow.
I mean, that'd be amazing. Well, there's a French vanilla 100 rupees.
Okay, because we didn't have enough money coming in just a bit late here.
Yeah, so this is interesting. Got the Eastern dip versus the back of Escape.
I'd like to shout out the rupee counts, which are currently 8, 8, 8, 8, 8.
All according to plan.
Means absolutely nothing, but it's funny to see.
Ooh. A little bit of bad luck in the Staphos room there.
Nap.
Went for a fire rod shot.
Alright, Dazed gets in the back of Escape. Bombs! 20 bucks! A piece of heart! Ooh.
That hurts, because, I mean, probably, we'll see, but Sailor Net might not do that, and a glove will show up, and then it'll be way faster.
Yep. That's a lot of walking for nothing.
Even though that was all in logic.
Oof.
So we're walking to Agina. My man Dazed here, not going to Eastern. I like the play.
Man, I'm still mad about that back of
Now that dark room that Sailor Nep just went through is not in logic with Fire Rod, but it is in logic. We know. But it's just bombs, so it's a Gina's cave.
All right. Glove? Glove? Glove?
Almost has to be. I don't know what. Boots, maybe?
Boots? 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 Glove.
There we go.
All right. That's Dark World.
There we go. Dazed avoids an Eastern dip to make up some of that walking through escape time. Well, you know, for now, anyways.
For now. Oh, and Nep just skipped Dam earlier, probably planning to do Dam and then walk over to Agina from here.
I don't see
Clever
that
routing
many
and-
runners do it, but it kind of makes sense. It worked out here.
I like doing it this way when you're expecting that the game's going to send you to Agina at some point, and you just admit that you're going there and decide to make it more efficient. It's going to work out well here.
The dream is to not do Dam until you have swamp access, but that is super risky. Very, very risky to
Until you have the swamp
skip
access,
2-0.
you find
Yeah.
it. Dam.
Yeah, exactly. That was, I didn't see all those checks. I don't think that was very high pipe cave though.
No.
I saw 20 rupees.
It's pretty bad. Actually, if that was 20 rupees, that's pretty hype for Dazed. Because that is pod money.
Perfect. All according to plan. Apparently he also picked up a bottle, so
Oh, yeah.
could be important. Probably
Oh,
not.
yeah. Can't be. Won't be good.
So straight to the pyramid, not heading right into pod. Probably makes sense.
The pyramid's an important check here. The sign out front tells you how many crystals you need to Wait, wrong mode. I mean, it still tells you what you need to defeat Ganon. You just should already know that by all accounts.
Yeah, it'll tell you you need to beat all the dungeons.
Won't even tell you where the Agatat or small keys are, though. You have to figure that out yourself.
Fortunately, it's not much of a hunter.
No. So we did see Nep do the quick trip to the back of Escape. Love to see it go down like that.
Yeah, a good time save getting glove first.
And
After
Nep,
clearing the rest of Flight World.
yeah. So yeah, as we head into Dark World here, Nep, shortly behind on that train. What's the Light World difference between our runners? Dazed hasn't done Eastern, and Nep didn't do Zora?
That seems about right. Did Nep peek the ledge? I don't remember.
Oh, the Zora ledge? Or the...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she did peek the
'Cause
Zora
I
ledge.
think if you do that, it's very hard to get back there. Maybe with catfish or something, but that's right. Yeah, it's basically Eastern plus Zora plus the time spent walking through Escape. There's a difference right now. Minor routing stuff.
Ooh, Nep going for the knowledge play. You like to see this. Thievestown and Skullwoods being our 5-6 crystals today. Which are
Yeah,
what
it makes
opened the pyramid.
sense. I never remember to do this in Key Sanity, but
I mean, it matters a little less today
dungeons.
because it's all dungeons, but you know, when you don't know what your crystals and pendants are, just finding that information out can make a huge difference. And sometimes in all dungeons, even just knowing what a pendant is, so knowing what could be in GT for your progression is really important.
That's the biggest thing, because you can know early if you should just be rushing for GT potentially.
And you know, coming off last week, we saw. I don't know about you. I saw a lot of seeds where the progression for the last pendant was hiding in GT somewhere.
I mean, it makes sense. There's a few checks in there.
Digging, 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 digging.
This isn't the dig
Bueller.
pattern out of most runners, but this is quite a few digs.
Oh! Oh! That is well worth it, though, pulling that first sword.
Yeah, Daze might like having that right now.
Yeah.
Don't be a bad runner like me and walk to the back of Skullwoods and thinking you can kill Moth without a sword. There's a barrier.
And this isn't Minish Cap. You can't just use the lamp on that webbing to open the door.
Yeah, so a good call out of Sailor Nep walking left over to Dig Game for a sword.
And this is going to be a sick kid check before heading further into the Dark World, which I think we saw Daze do as well, and no one reacted, so it must not be very good.
Yeah, he did it. I assume it was nothing because I didn't even pay attention.
Chat, you're going to help us out here. Every time something good shows up, you're going to shout it out for us. Please don't. Actually, that's not useful. We'll pay attention and notice things on our own, I promise.
We will try.
Nah, Chima's got this. I believe in him.
Sometimes I miss items in my own seeds. Like, how long have I had Mirror for? Yeah, Skullwoods and Key Sanity is interesting because it goes from being a stupid 2-item dungeon to a very valuable place. But a little more valuable for Sailor Nep with a sword, who can full clear it. That's not really exactly an easy fight, but they've got a lot of hearts actually.
Hmm. Interesting that Daze found a small key in the pinball room. As far as I know, that's not actually guaranteed.
I don't believe so either. And there's another one.
All right.
Which is sort of interesting, kind of like pointing to Moth maybe, or the back anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just enough to make you go, hmm.
Yeah. That swordless bomb jump that Daze pulled off was pretty nice. I think that's super tough.
Yeah. You're free to try for it because it's not like you lose a lot if you miss, but
yeah,
it takes a little guts to go for it. Sailor Nep is actually going to get some really good routing advantages out by doing the front first and just getting those extra keys. Just a few little things she gets to not deal with.
Something about just standing still in a race feels so bad, but that's way out of there.
That does 100% feel wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a blue goo in C-shape house, which Nep probably doesn't need, but might want for just might wish she had just for the buffer here. But
yeah, I mean, it's only 4 hammer hits, right? How bad could the fight go? I mean, it's not like there's spikes flying around the room and like a Moth that does 1,000,000 hertz damage if you run into him. And
can it regularly go as poorly as the Waffle House? No. Can it potentially? Yes.
Free Desert Big Key there. Three.
That does nothing right now?
Yeah, we have no access yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking this back of Skullwoods, man. I don't know. Mitts! In their vanilla dungeon.
Okay. Can't go to the back, but we can do the front 4 and profit pretty well. And just a shield for Nep in the first part of back of Skull.
I guess Daze never went back there, which is good, because he's going to want that sword, probably.
Yeah.
But a lot of runners might have been tempted.
Yeah, it's tempting to go for that one item. even if it is a long walk.
Yeah.
I mean, you can death warp out easily enough, as Nep showed us, but...
Oh!
Ice Rod?
The
Okay.
long ice rod hunt is over. It's a good Thieves Town.
Yeah. Yeah, quick dip for both Ice Rod and Mitts. Turns out well.
We've got the best thing available to us now, which is mirrorless smith chain. Alright, here's the moth fight that never goes wrong. I like that starting. That's really good.
Yeah. I applaud the quick swap to Fire Rod to sneak in 2 hits there, which counts for 1 hammer hit. And makes that last one really nice.
Beautiful fight. Oh!
And that...
Oh, dang, son.
That is what all those Skullwoods keys were pointing to. Enjoy that mirror, folks. Enjoy that mirror, Nep. You can use it to do Smith's Chain quickly.
Mirror's sort of a valuable object in this game. Like, just get a route a lot more efficiently in general.
It gets Hera and East F Mountain into logic. Well, only part of Hera. But...
So Daze is going to pick up his sword now. How soon do you go back to there?
I mean, fairly soon, I think, with the mitts. Like, it's
got pod open to you. 2 items in the back of skull?
2 keys for pod without bow? No.
I guess that's true.
I mean, I assume Daze can do right side without a bow, but it still just feels weird to go against the logic on that when Moth's available.
He's still digging. He wants pod money, probably.
And that'll do it with the 20 there.
Just out of money at strange times in the seed.
Yeah.
He had it at one point.
Well, and he hasn't gone to Eastern for the big other 400 rupees that Nep's.
That's right. That's why he's so poor in comparison. There's 600 rupees in there, or 400. Yeah, 400. So we see Sailor Nep. He's gonna put that mirror quickly to work. Graveyard. Makes sense. This route's well.
Is this a graveyard into a Kern jump to Catfish into a check of Zora?
Oh, could be. He did dig game and Stumpy already, so it's kind of nice when you get those out of the way and you can go the other way.
Yeah. Oh, and that sword turning into a second, or that mirror turning into a second sword on Graveyard Ledge is just great to see.
Yeah, good for Nep. Buddy's got Smith Chain the other way with Hammer Pegs, K45, etc.
Yeah.
So, couple choices here.
2 valid directions. As well as, Thieves Town with those mitts.
Oh yeah, if he didn't dive into Thieves Town, you're not going to go the other way, probably. I mean, it's not that bad a walk back, I guess, but it kind of sucks taking the portal with just Hammer.
Yeah. Oh, it pains me a bit to see Daze doing this, knowing that the mirror is right there, accessible. There's no way he knows. There's nothing he can do about it. It just... Ooh.
I mean, like you say, like, Daze doesn't have that much open to him, actually. So... He's got a little bit on the mountain, a little bit in pod, and the back-to-back of Skullwoods with not great gear for Moth. But he turns in the Smith. He might head into Skullwoods right now. We'll see. That would be good for him if he does.
Yeah. I mean, he got mitts, so this makes it a little more tempting. Okay, so...
Yeah. That was pretty good routing, because he had to kind of walk back anyway, so you get Smith on the way. It's just kind of on the mirror, but...
I was trying to figure out where our runners would go after this. I think the answer is Death Mountain.
Yeah, with that mirror, yeah, pretty much is the best play.
You really, really wish you had hookshot when you're doing it, but
It's okay. It's there. It's in Paradox Cave.
it probably is. Or, Turtle Rock Medallion would be nice to have. Poke your head in there. Go find a couple things.
The clearable Turtle Rock. Once I can get in. Oh no, we need a million keys. I don't play Key Sanity.
Yeah, we need a million keys, but oddly enough, we have the ice rod to handle Trinex if all the keys drop there.
We got no, we don't have flute. I was gonna say we have desert open, but no.
Go up to Paradox, get your book there, so you can walk all the way back to desert for your flute. Yeah, it seems normal.
Yeah, I mean you have some options, but not really, because Death Mountain's just too many checks after these items.
Yeah, it just throws them right in front of you. I do like that Nep's doing the Smith, presumably into Purple Chest and Key 45 here.
I assume people who are good at this mode would say that you're pretty much planning to clear most of the game, because you got to find a lot of items. So goal is to do it more efficiently than trying to like skip things or anything like that.
Yeah. Every so often that strategy will lose you a game as it turns out that there was a really direct path, but with so many one-offs and the fact that even a lot of small keys save you time even if you don't technically need them, it makes a lot of sense to just be clearing everything as fast as you can rather than trying to cut corners, especially this early in the race.
I wish I had Dave's audio open to hear him curse at that mirror.
Oh yeah. Oh.
I mean, it's not too bad. He wasn't too slow to it, but you just gotta walk left out of Hype Cave, right? This is not a bad fight either out of him. Not quite as clean as Sailor Neps, but 11 hurts. Like, I don't know, get a lot.
Yeah, that's not nothing. You really are right. One runner went left, one runner went right when we got Dark World access, and that did change all of their routing since then, just based on that left-right split. That's what happens in this game sometimes, and one of the nice things about something like All Dungeons Keys is that the game will go on long enough that you get to recover from that if it goes the wrong way for you.
Or the game doubles down and you just lose more time everywhere.
I mean, yeah, sometimes that'll happen, and you're just like, okay, just end me. Just end this race, please. Let my opponent finish so I can be done.
We know where both our Aga Tower keys are. We've got the Ice Rod, so we've got a lot of the annoying items out of the way. So
yeah, and we got the Swamp Small, so that's the worst of it.
Most of our Ice Rod hunts are done.
Still need a few big keys.
Days didn't go to Graveyard Ledge out of Skullwitch, which is going to be an interesting difference because there's a sword there.
Yeah. Early boots might send Days back there, doing all three, those 2 boots locations and the Graveyard Ledge together.
He's also done Catfish, so like sometimes you'll like hook across if that becomes available, but that's not going to be a thing. I don't know how behind you feel after that mirror, because lots of people don't walk left out of Hype Cave. It's not super common. Unless you have like mirror mitts, maybe.
Yeah. I think you feel just a bit behind, but also...
Oh, you're gonna want that purple chest.
Not necessarily. Just mirror at the right spot.
We see the pod play out of Nep, making us both look foolish.
Huh. Yeah, okay. Okay. I mean, yes, you're in the Dark World already, but it's a long walk over from...
Two keys, no bow.
Yeah.
Looks to be a pendant.
Yeah, I'm a fan of Dazed's display up the mountain here.
Blue mail. It's almost impossible to die now with 11 hertz.
Yeah.
Good thing we have the mirror.
Oh, that's a good point that our tracker brings up in chat. Is Nep doesn't have that lamp and doesn't know that the mountain's actually in logic right now.
Yeah, I mean that is true. That makes sense if you're gonna
So-
follow logic. Some people do.
In light of that, I like the pod play.
20 items on the mountain. I'm just gonna go there. But yeah, I mean, hook would be really nice to find. Not that that puts the mountain in logic.
No. Nice little potion glitch there. Camera unlocks. And hey, look, there's no enemies on the screen. So I guess the door should open.
I thought we banned this trick. Unlocking the camera is a serious offense.
Did you know you can just unlock the camera on your way to Vitreous? It doesn't help. You can just do it.
I was not aware of that.
Oh yeah, because it's the same setup, same double wide room.
More safeties in pod here. Fairy bottle.
And yeah, Nep is going to use that second key to head to the back. And what? 5 more checks up here? 3 normally doable, and then just hammering up across for 2 checks in the maze. You get to do a fair amount of stuff in here.
You do. You also leave a bit behind, though, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a weird amount of orphaning.
Yeah, because you got the big chest back here, you got Hellway. Big key chest in the front is not as bad, but you kinda, if you're Nep, you're hoping to find a key back here, probably. Because pretty often pod keys end up in pod, it feels like.
Yeah, I don't think they can be in the maze.
No, I don't think so either.
So now we're just hoping for something else good. Here's the Sword Dark Maze. Oh, I love to see this done well. There's a TR small, which is not nothing.
No, definitely not.
100% need 3 of them, and 4th is not a bad thing to have.
I guess that's another good reason to possibly put off the mountain a bit, hoping for a few more of those with Cane and Fire Rod, Ice Rod in hand.
Yeah.
Small key to desert. We've got desert access once we get flute or book.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what? Jury's out. That was maybe a really good dip, and maybe won't amount to anything. And
I'm gonna say more likely not useful than useful, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, also I gonna head up to the pyramid probably in Catfish. It looks like makes sense.
Yeah.
And probably go pick up Zora as well, I would think.
Yeah. Over on the right screen, Daze just picked up the Thieves Town big key from Spiral Cave, and that is very definitely progression. We can go through, beat the boss, not do the big chest, I guess, but
Yeah, without the small key, we don't have everything in logic back there. I think it's just blind cell, something like that.
yeah, only the cell's actually in logic. Because you could, if you want to do some really strange things with your keys and lock yourself out of the other spots. But
Gotta rush that big chest.
ooh, speaking of big chests, there's our Turtle Rock big key.
Okay, okay.
So the game gestures more and more at Turtle Rock without actually giving us a medallion to open the door.
This must be Sailor Nap's last 2 in-logic checks, I assume.
I think so.
There's a pod key that you'd like to have before going to pod. Burna. Give us a Spike Cave, probably.
Yes. And again, it's Tower Small, which does nothing for us now, but... Yeah, you usually want them at some point.
Yeah.
We've got it! 2 is all you need for those. You can full clear the basement and still climb the tower at 2.
So Nep will talk to the bomb salesman, but not pick up that map on Catfish.
Yeah, the map might be for something that you already
I
talked
guess
to the bomb salesman about.
There's some junk maps as well, so I'm just mostly joking.
There's a quake. There's a quake. Are we going to see it? The TR do?
I imagine if you can go in, you will.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Walking away from TR here feels like a mistake.
And once again, we're like kind of like not that many options outside of here. And Dazed hasn't been to pod, obviously. And yeah, like blind cell. There's that lamp we needed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. Like, it doesn't do that much, but like chat was saying, that's probably the reason, or one of the reasons, Sailor Nap put off the mountain. So an extra pod dip maybe, because he didn't have 12 rupees at the start of the seed.
Yeah. Yeah. And there's a 4th pod key that Daze just picked up from the floating island.
Yeah, so once Daze makes his way there, he's got way comfier access to stuff.
Interestingly, 4th pod key doesn't do anything. The 3rd one opens up the whole back area, and then everything after that is locked behind 6, logically, if I remember correctly.
Who can remember key logic?
Me, in theory. And we are going to get the Spike Cave check. It was Ether for TR, so...
That's very important. I was kind of hoping for Quake myself.
I really was.
Yeah. But this makes sense. Like, there's actually so little left for Days outside of pod. But 4 keys is gonna send him to pod probably eventually too.
Yeah, I think with 4 keys, you maybe do the pod play where, without them, you might want T-Rock, or sorry, Thieves Town.
Thieves Town is really nice. Like, it's a gamble to skip an item, which is always kind of risky in key sanity, especially. But
and we see Dave's thinking long and hard about that swap there.
Yeah.
Also picking up the mushroom in Spike Cave, so throw that big question mark down.
I mean, I would check that immediately.
Oh,
but he wants to fake powder maybe.
Oh, I love this. I love to see this.
I hear some runners be like, "Oh, you want to waste 40 seconds doing a check out of logic?" I don't know.
And you know what? In other modes, I'd agree with that. But in an all dungeons type thing, you can see those nasty progression chains of like powder in GT, and then progression on bat. And this, in the event that pays off, this saves you so much time.
He'll almost certainly go into Thieves Town after this, and then you get your magic back. So it kind of works out.
Yeah, there's that.
If you're gonna do it.
That. Folks watching at home, that is the #1 thing to be aware of when you do this fake powder sequence break. You will be out of magic. And if you try to immediately say, go open Misery Mire, you will find yourself out of magic with 100 people in chat laughing at you for your insolence.
Well, I think Daze has a blue potion, so...
Oh yeah, no, so Daze would be fine. I didn't have a blue potion when I did that.
Oh, I see. This is personal experience. I'd love Sailor Nep's Mountain. It's looking grassy up there. Hey, magic's one of those funny resources in this game. Like, you're hardly ever like short on it. You have to watch it a little bit, like in GT in a couple places. But if you're right out, there aren't that many places to refill. There's like a couple places in the overworld plus potions, and that's kind of it.
I mean, I think most of us know from being a kid. There's that tree right above the Kakariko portal that you need boots to ram into to get your magic.
Shout out to 50 minutes no boots. I'm glad I'm not playing the seed.
Ugh. Maybe they'll show up in Logic soon so that we can get that piece of heart from Lumbrid. No, we have no chance of boots. Library didn't have anything, so yeah.
Well, we have all our desert keys, or at least know where they are. But yeah, we can't get that torch item once we get there without those. So that's sort of interesting. Oh, yeah, our tracker pointing out there was a key in the library, so boots actually could be required.
Well then,
probably
enjoy the Meyer key in the library, everybody.
That is the way the game works usually. Small keys, we want as many TR keys as we can get, 3 at least. Pod kind of the same, as many as we can get. 5 to clear everything with hammer jump.
Yeah. I can't imagine, even with these 2 more keys, that Nep goes straight back to pod.
No, it's not a walk you want to do many times, which makes it really tough in this mode. Like in entrance, maybe pod's just next to Link's house or something, so dipping isn't so bad, but when it's a 35-second walk over there or something, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, it's the walk that really kills it. Bad even with flute. Terrible without flute.
Yeah.
And you kind of, I think most runners resign themselves to going to pod twice, and it's just a question of can you limit it beyond that.
Yeah, I think that's one of the hard things about this mode, because like both Turtle Rock and pod are in really bad places, and the keys are really important for them, and the game rarely just doles them out. Usually it's like one at a time, so you gotta make the choice when to go to those places.
So Days is almost through TT here, and did not get anything useful off of the 1 logic check down in Blind Cell.
Yeah, I don't think so. What's on the floating island here?
That's a pod key. That's a pod key. Days picked it up.
Right. We've seen that. There's Thieves Down. So, I mean, you gotta clear it. Hopefully for Days' side, there's nothing in the big chest.
Yeah. If you're dazed, you just write that big chest off till the end of the game at this point.
It's also going to be a pretty good play for Nep coming up, so I don't know.
Is Daze going north? Are we going to get the Graveyard Ledge? Is Daze going to get that Master Sword?
I don't know why. I just thought that he would never get that sword, and he's going to be like Master Sword Ganon or something.
I really thought that as well, but I guess at this point, there aren't a lot of good checks left. Where do you go? Where do you go right now? If you're these runners. I mean, if you're dazed, you do Palace of Darkness, but...
Yeah, and he hasn't also been in Eastern, which is probably also going to get done. Meaning cool. He didn't save anything, but... what actually... Did he turn in the mushroom?
No, so maybe this after Graveyard, and then...
That would make sense to do it right now.
Yeah. I do like that Dazed gets to do Pod and Eastern back to back here. Like, again, just saving the overworld travel time, but you got to cut that out where you can.
Yeah, this is actually great. Like, that might have been one of the reasons he went up here. Is the mushroom. You could put them together.
Yo, shoutouts to Kern. Just
First
get that little
try,
damage
jump.
boost.
Nice.
Fake flippers. Oh, is Dazed doing this right? Dazed is doing this right. Okay. So, yeah. Yep.
This has to be something, doesn't it? I can't think of anything else because we didn't get enough pod keys to put like the bad checks in.
So shoutouts to the way Dazed cuts that bush down. Ether for Turtle Rock.
Of course, that's the progression.
Yeah, just keep climbing the mountain over and over and over. Enjoy the game.
So
kids.
is he gonna go to pod now? He might, because going back to Turtle Rock kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's good. I think he'll end up with a second Turtle Rock key between
right.
Eastern and Pod.
Dazed, we'll see you in 10 minutes after you clear everything Nep's already done. Is that faster to mirror? Mirroring is super slow, but so is walking and transitioning.
So I don't know about walking. Like, obviously Boots is just going to be your fastest way to do it.
Yeah.
The idea with the way Dazed was mirroring is if you...
you bonk, so you mirror back right away.
Yeah, you save a fair amount of time on the mirror. I don't know if you need a quick warp to make that actually faster. I don't know. I really don't know what a quick warp setup looks like on that screen.
Has no one done like a rando specific quick warp video? That would be amazing. Cause like I don't even know where it is in the 5 portal. It saves like 30 frames. It's not nothing, especially rando where you go to places more than once.
I don't know that anyone has. That feels like a thing that Rywek would just know off the top. Like if you just asked him, he could tell you every quick warp lineup. But I don't think anyone's done a video. So Rywek, make that video for me.
Problem is if there isn't like a lineup, like if it's, you can't just align with a peg or a pod or something. If you're YOLOing it, half the time you don't even save anything.
Right.
But
right. Quick warps are only quick if they're free.
Yeah.
Hey, what's a quick warp?
A quick
My mom's
warp
watching. She doesn't know.
is because this game is weird. Ask anyone who plays it. It's very weird. But every so many pixels on screen, like for some reason, if you mirror there, it's 30 frames faster. You can actually see the animations a little bit different. It kind of like the screen's sort of like shifting back and forth. And if you get the quick warp, it kind of just stops and suddenly it's locked. I don't know what that's about. I don't know the technical explanation for any of that, but yeah, so especially for the speedrun, it makes a big difference. I think you can save something like, I want to say 12 seconds if you could hit them all. Probably even more in rando because, yeah, like you say, you're going back to places and things like that, and you use a couple Dark World portals that you don't in the speedrun. So I don't know why they exist or the technical reason for them, but that's what they are. Quick warps. It seems like every like 4 pixels or something, or it's something to do with your camera.
Yeah, that's what it is. And it does depend on the camera, because when you come back to the mountain through Old Man Cave versus fluting, it actually changes the quick warp spot. Have fun with that, kids.
Some of them are just free, or free if you have the right items or stuff like that. So you'll see players when they get the catfish item, they'll bonk off the wall. That's not just swag. I mean, it is kind of swag, but that actually lines you up in the quick warp position. So if you're going to mirror there, which you usually are, you do that. I don't know where else. Like the Death Mountain portal, if you walk in the right side but only 1 pixel, you get it. The Skull Woods portal, if you walk in the left side of it. Same with the Ice Palace portal. If somebody could tell me what the one is for the lineup for number 5 loot spot is.
There's one outside a swamp. It's a little tricky to get, but is free if you manage it. Because again, 30 frames, half a second.
So you're never coming there from the left usually, but it's free from the left. You just line up with the wall on the dam as you walk up the stairs, and that's the quick work. But on the right,
Oh yeah.
you got to be a few pixels off the wall, so it's like. I'm sure we've bored everyone who doesn't care about the minute details of speedrunning this game, but.
Well, what I want to know here is why did Sailor Nip mirror out of Blind Cell? Is that faster? That can't be faster, even if you're just skipping Big Chest.
I've never seen anyone do that, but maybe I didn't even know that would work, to be honest.
There's no way that's faster.
It could have been the flub or a quick swap thing, but I don't know.
I mean,
seems unlikely.
Accidentally mirroring when quick swap is in play is an on-brand move for some people. So
someone get the prac hack up. I want times on this.
I bet that's a flub. That is not, in fact, a quick warp. To go back to the entrance. Heyo.
There's no mirroring in dungeons quick warp. That's an overworld thing.
Dazed, you doing okay with this hammer amp? That's a lot of pausing.
Yeah, he's got to get it pretty quick here, otherwise
There we
he'll
go.
run out of time. But it looks
Should
good
be
there.
fine.
Yeah.
All right, we got there.
So we're skipping the thieves' big chest. We hope nothing's in there for both sides.
You know what? As long as they both skip it, it's fine.
Yeah. And I mean, with their options, you aren't even gonna suspect that the other one didn't do the same as you.
Yeah, there's a little bit of security in thinking, okay, my partner or my opponent is leaving this behind.
See, this swamp portal, you want to walk in from the left side so you can save 30 frames, which is half a second.
But how long does it take to get to the other side of the portal?
So yeah, probably right. You probably don't save 30 frames there, but Link moves 1.5 pixels per frame.
Yeah. So if you get there fast enough and consistently, it's worth it. Whoa. Hey, yeah, Nip, that's right. I remembered that too. I didn't forget that our 5-6 crystals were Skullwood at Thieves Town. Nope, I knew that all along, and that's why I support Nep's play of taking the big bomb right here.
This is not in logic though, because Thieves is the red crystal. We don't have the small key.
That is true.
Unless the small key's in the big chest. Right? That can be a thing, right? Or can you use your keys irresponsibly and not block yourself out? Yeah.
Yes, that can be a thing, because that's a thing in non-key sanity modes as well. Yeah, that's fine. Let's say that's what happened.
I guess we'll know if we find something. And it's like the progression chain.
It's an Ice Palace small key.
No, I mean, we know probably that our progression is the mushroom turn in to go back to TR.
Yeah, I think.
But the way the seeds played out, you almost don't do everything else before you go back there, so... Just kind of the way it is.
You know, at this point, if I'm one of these runners, I'm sitting here going, yep, okay. I gotta go to Turtle Rock for progression. I sure want that third small key so I can beat Trinex on my next visit. My only visit.
Yeah, so... execution aside, I think we're going to be pretty close here, because we've just done everything.
Oh. Nep. Is Nep just doing Ice Palace? Oh, I like this.
Yeah. Obviously non-logic till we get flippers, but who cares about that? We got Kane, so we're in green Ice Palace.
So doing this, you get 7 out of 8 chests. You miss out on the big chest. But this is key sanity. We're always kind of banking on missing the big key chest, or the big chest. Meanwhile, it's 7 checks in fairly quick succession. And if that lets you avoid a double dip of another dungeon, this actually ends up being time very well spent. This
Quake? I did not know Quake killed those guys.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing.
Fast. Pretty fast, anyways.
With only Master Sword, I wouldn't enjoy doing this, but with Quake, Pangators go down in a single go.
Well, the bomb strat's really fast too, but that's really nice. I guess the thing is that you're often watching your magic a little bit in Ice Palace, but
yeah, Nep's gonna have to keep an eye on that. I don't know if there's a. Dazed was buying potions earlier, but I don't know if Nep was.
probably still has the blue potion.
Oh yeah, we picked up a blue. We're fine.
So
We're fine.
there's also there's some magic in here and stuff. And there's some tricks you can do to not need all the magic. I had that blue potion out for a sec. I thought, just burn it now. That'd be a little bit strange, but. So Day's not doing this out of logic play. He's following that ether up to Turtle Rock.
Oh.
So he's gonna find the flippers, and I mean, logic.
Very probably. Very probably.
This is quite a good play out of Nep, I think. I mean, they're both good plays, but yeah, with Kane, Ice just makes a lot of sense. Like you say, the only risk is big chest.
But I think there's a reasonable chance that Nep finds something like the flute or just the third TR small in here, and then
yeah, another TR key would
totally
be
change the way that this routes.
Ooh, that's sort of an item.
You know what? Even that's pretty good. We don't have hook shots, so Hera is kind of forced to be on the way to Turtle Rock.
Hookshot could be up there.
Oh, this is how Nep's going to Ice-T. Okay, I'm with you. I got this. I understand. I'm caught up. We're good.
There's a lot of ways through Ice Palace. I don't know the optimal way, because it's different depending on your key count or something.
Nah, that's a pretty good way. I just, didn't think it through.
We'll have to watch Dave's side here, because he should find some sort of progression. I think we're out of other logical checks.
Uh-huh. Hope Nip still has a potion. I think you said you saw one. Oh my god, the TR key in Turtle Rock.
Thanks, game.
Oh, yes. I hate that, but yes.
That's the key sanity thing. Keys in their dungeons is annoying, usually.
The absolute goal of this game to not randomize something and just throw off everything you were expecting.
I mean, to be fair, that's a compass in vanilla, so it's
I mean, true. True.
And Nep takes care of Cold Stare, no problem at all. Did have to burn that blue potion for magic.
Alright, so presumably Dazed skips the lava chest here, steals the key, says, okay, 3 T-Rock keys, I'll just beat Trinex. Given that this is all dungeons.
Yeah, you don't want to come back here. That is locked by all the keys, although we're only missing one.
Yeah, and then if you do get that key later, at least lava chest is closer than the actual boss.
The hardest thing to do is to remember to actually steal that key and not just blindly open the door.
I think as a community we're better at that now than we were before. The early days of Key Sanity, the number of people who just opened that door by accident was too high.
I think it's worse if you speedrun the game, because you always go through that door in the speed.
Yeah.
Because the big key's there. So it's like, of course I'm gonna open this door.
Yeah, in NMG, your goal is to get that key as close to the door as you possibly can. Okay. That is a strategy that will clear the beetle room for Nep. Not an optimal strat, but hey, it's a hard room to do properly.
There's a flute.
Alright. So that's
cave progression.
desert and possibly mire. Probably mire.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Is that the big key to ice?
Wait, but wasn't our Hera big key in ice?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's rude.
That's a little rude.
That's a little rude. Dazed can potentially avoid that trap if he pulls a hook shot and just tear it Hera pots, but still don't like that.
But our hookshot is nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, we're hoping for like a hook shot right up here in Dazed. No.
And with, well, I guess if you found hookshot, you're coming back to Death Mountain for hookshot cave, and Hera is there too. So
that's a 5th pod small key, which does nothing for Dazed other than allow him to beat the boss once he finds the big key and the bow.
So we're an hour 9 in. We have 3 dungeons done. I guess that's Nep has 4 now.
Yeah. No.
We're still missing quite a bit.
A lot.
Flippers, hookshot, boots, lots of keys it looks like. Good number anyways.
Still don't even have the Ganon's Tower big key, so, we'll be waiting on that. There's our hook shot.
Okay.
Just hiding out right on Laser Bridge.
Pod
And
key.
that's 6. Huh. That's 6, but Daze didn't really pull anything great from those last 2 checks. So. Alright. Oh no, Nep! Nep! Nep?
What just happened?
So Nep didn't open Turtle Rock. And then hopped off. And then saved and quit instead of mirroring.
Is he setting up EG or? I think that's not allowed in this mode. I could be wrong.
I think they patched that out recently.
You do
I
read
think
those
Nep
patches.
forgot about the mirror and is like, oh, crap, I jumped off. I guess I can't open the dungeon, and is now walking back using the mirror. Oh,
That's
that never feels good.
Just a straight bit of time lost there. Whatever happened. I mean, if you had more open to you, you might just like not go back for a while, but there's not really anything else to do, I don't think.
No, Nep just cycled by the shovel. So, there's dig spot instead of going back to Turtle Rock, which is a bad play, and you shouldn't do it, kids. Meanwhile, Dazed is having a pretty good Moldorm fight, I think. Trinex fight, nothing's gone wrong.
Barely used any magic, so that's...
There's the hammer. There's the hammer that you should switch to for phase 2.
You do want to do that double spin still.
Yeah.
Even with Master Sword. Yeah, really nice fight. Alright, we got Turtle Rock open. That's one hurdle over. In pod colors today.
Okay, so this is good for Dazed. He gets to come out of here, do Hookshot Cave, get 4 items, and then presumably run over to Hera.
I would think so, and that's got us wondering what's in the ice big chest, because it could be big. If it is something. For Titan's mitts, you're hoping it's nothing.
There's a book, which also can be checked right now at the Ether tablet.
A useless map.
Guess we also have the flute right now, so...
Yep.
Dazed is gonna enjoy that. And the access to Desert and Mire that it gives.
Yeah, I imagine you're going straight there after activating your flute, after Hera, after the tablet.
God, there's so much. It's an interesting call. Like, do you just do you go and do those? Do you do what Nep did, because now Ice Palace is fully clearable, even if it's not in logic?
Yeah, I mean, Ice is a good play kind of anytime now for Dazed. But it's not in logic either. I don't know if you care about that, especially in Key Sanity.
I mean, I always say there's a point where you stop sequence breaking because the last progression that you need might just be behind.
But that's certainly not yet. We need quite a bit.
Exactly. we are way ahead of that point.
This lineup Daze taught me the other day, and is pretty quick usually if it goes right.
The great thing about Harapot is it can be hard to commentate, because that is not how I do that at all. So as far as I can tell, Dazed is moving randomly.
Philly pot or something they call it. And yeah, you don't really need to buffer or anything, so it's pretty nice.
Okay.
Use those pegs to line up both positions, and then it's just a visual cue for both X coordinates.
So Dazed, of course, is going to leave the Hera big chest behind. Though at least we know that's nothing.
Yeah, that's not one you're quick to come back to either. It'll be an extra. It's pretty quick to get to with Harapot.
Yeah.
He was fine. It's just always scary going towards that hole.
I know how the physics works. I know that he wasn't in danger. I still got scared.
Yeah, you don't want to fall down that hole. It's pretty slow.
Why isn't anyone checking the dig spot? Please, please.
Nothing has ever been there. That's why.
You're not wrong.
This is, yeah. This was a very valuable Turtle Rock and had its own key so you could clear it, which is pretty nice. Flute and hookshot. It's possible we don't have a single Mire key. Looks like what the tracker says.
That is odd.
That might be one of those things that causes you to go to ice first. Because you'd like even just one small key, and you definitely like the big key. But...
They show up normally. Like you're just trying to play a key sanity game, and the game throws Mire keys at you normally.
There's 3 of them. You don't really need any. You kind of want one.
Yeah,
they do seem to show up. They're always like just like that's a Mire key for sure.
That probably is. That's gotta be.
They're always sitting around somewhere baiting you to come get them because you think it's swamp.
Man, I'd love to go clear Swamp Palace right now, except we have no dang flippers.
Yup. So Dave's chose Mire area and Desert.
Oh yeah.
over out of Logic Ice.
Yeah, for those of you listening only because you're driving or whatever.
It's pretty much
Mire area.
Pretty much both solid choices. I don't know.
It's a pendant. I think it was an ether medallion to open it up. So, all right. Mire big key and GT or something stupid like that. Turtle Rock final small key on Desert Ledge because the game wants you to double dip everything you do in your life.
Well, I mean that's key sanity, and that's why no one should play this mode. But
Yeah, God.
that's why I love faux keys, because it's one less dungeon. You just don't have to dip. Can we put all the other keys vanilla too? I would love that.
Suppose you just want all the items in their original spot as well.
I mean, it's not that bad. It makes for pretty good racing, actually. You'd be surprised.
Ooh, who put a sword on the torch?
Spicy
In
desert
desert.
sword.
Could we get some boots, please? An hour and 20 minutes into this dang game.
Boots are in GT like they always are.
It's okay. We got a sword next to it in Desert Palace. So there's tempered at least.
Sword Palace. Okay, we don't care at all about that torch sword now.
But I was told there's always a sword in Swamp Palace.
Makes sense to me.
Oh, I hate that hookshot sound.
The like water sound dashing through
Oh!
water or something.
Oh, that's bad. Oh, I'm not okay with this. I do like the death sound that goes with getting a heart container though. That's pretty fun. Yep, off to check. Ether tablet here. Having beaten Trinex with those weird sound effects.
Yeah, I guess, and then we'll go activate his flute. He doesn't have to go back into Hera. I mean, not yet without the small key.
Yeah. Ooh, Days just missing the one cycle there.
That's a rough way to lose 4 seconds or something.
Yeah. And a big key for Swamp that we still can't get into.
Well, good news is we can full clear it once those flippers show up.
Yeah, we sure can. And there's a pendant for beating that dungeon, bringing Days to a total of 2, 4, 5 dungeons completed. Matching map.
We're quite a ways from being able to check ped. I mean, get ped. We could check it, but...
We could check it, but we would need to be able to beat Meyer and also finish pod.
Yeah. Still 0 Meyer keys. Do you think Days would leave here and just go to ice or something?
I'm surprised that it's getting this Bombos, given that it doesn't do anything at this point. I guess it helps in Ice Palace.
It's... yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
You don't have to worry about magic and ice.
Yeah, alright.
I don't think it's faster, but you might prefer the Bombos fight to the Fire Rod one.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely slower to fire Bombos than to spam 8 Fire Rod shots. But...
yeah.
Alright, we're gonna get the Meyer dip, it looks like.
I mean, maybe flippers will be go mode, and we won't have to check anything in ice. It seems unlikely, but... Net pretty much making the same play as there, probably. Gonna pick up that sword in the back of desert here. Not pick up a sword in the back of desert here. Unlike Meyer, we have all the keys to desert, which isn't always the case in Key Sanity. They came out pretty early, so... Planting the seed, probably pushing you that way a little bit. I'm not sure what else Snep has because he already did ice.
Well, there will be the flippers in Misery Mire to.
Yeah, there we go.
Swamp Palace.
Got
And
swamp,
ice, but
and ice and logic. It's been so long, I assume there was nothing on the Lake Island.
I believe that's correct. Dazed is gonna bail on Mire here after only 2 checks. I like this. I'm a big fan of this play. Just going, yeah, I got flippers. Those are for a reason. And taking them to Ice Palace. Probably for that big key.
Yeah, it's in logic now. He's got full access, so this makes a lot of sense. Other thing is, yeah, with no Mire keys, the left side is not in logic. I think you need all 3.
Yeah. You know, you can.
You can certainly
none of
do
it's
it.
in logic, is it?
Yeah, I think none of it. Yeah. So, game kind of railroading you a bit logically.
Yeah.
But there still could be something useful on left side, so it's not like it's like 0 risk to skip right now. But
yeah, there's definitely a risk, but I think it's a reasonable play to head over to ice. Also, just from Dazed's perspective, there's this interesting spot he's in where, obviously he doesn't know that Nep went to ice, but you have to consider the idea your opponent maybe just went here earlier.
Yeah.
And I think when you have the big key and the dungeon is in logic, is a great time to immediately go clear it. You catch up on anything you missed if your opponent went there first, and you potentially gain on them from having that big key.
Yeah.
An out of logic big key, mind you, but Dazed is going to laugh about that in a second here. Meanwhile, Nep now at 6 dungeons completed.
Yeah, get him done. Probably can't do Mire unless the big key is on the left side. But just about has to go in there. We probably still have Flute Spot to check though.
You're not wrong. I dislike it, but you're correct. We still have to head there.
Big Chest and Ice is looking pretty interesting right now.
Big Chest and Ice gives us our Thieves small key. I'm gonna be so mad.
Because it's some backwards logic, like you gotta go to Ice to get your big key, to go to Herod to get your other big key to come back.
Yeah.
But it is in logic. Plus the dip Mire for your flippers.
Yeah.
What a great game.
Yeah, what a great game. Nice bomb jump from Dazed there to get back over. Pick up that Hera small key or big key and everything falls back into place.
Moment of truth here. A map!
And now we know that Desert Palace is a pen. We beat that dungeon. Oh, okay, fine.
So does Flute Spot have to be something?
No, we got all the swamp.
Oh yeah, sorry.
All the swamp.
Flippers. Yeah. I was badly hoping that had to be something. Forgot about a whole dungeon.
So does Nep take those flippers and leave immediately, having only 1 dungeon to spend them on, and therefore a smaller item pool remaining, or does Nep stick around here, just looking out?
I like the play-by days. Like, it makes a lot of sense, but I think most people are not going to do that. I wouldn't do that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You're in there. It's kind of slow. Like, to do Mire 2 even quickly.
Yeah.
And get into this place. So.
Nep. What's up,
You
Nep?
didn't grab the pot key.
There we are.
That's important. If you don't have any keys, which is like never happens. But if you do have a key, you go the other way first.
Yeah.
So.
There's that shovel. I was wondering where we got that. It was in fact on Cold Stair. And runners tied up now at the same 6 dungeons completed.
Yeah. So, Ice Big doesn't hurt Nep at all unless he goes back there, which you're not gonna do probably.
Yeah.
So, speaking of quick warps, outside of ice, just mirror. That's a quick warp. Don't
Just
walk.
mirror right where you come out.
Same as Skullwoods.
Okay. Did you see what Nep didn't do on the left side of Mire here?
I didn't notice because I was
Just
yelling at Dazed.
lit the torches on the left side in the tile room, and then walk south.
Okay. So he's skipping the top, or just I don't know, gonna do it second, or
I don't. We're not sure. $20 for skipping that room. You go back there now, right, Nep? Right? I feel like I'm Padme in that meme right now. But you go back there now, right, Nep? Yes, okay, yes, good.
That was just I don't know. I can't think of any good reason to do that on purpose. Especially since the other chest takes like 40 seconds or something to get. He knew it was a heart piece. He didn't want it. Makes sense to me.
Oh, there's a bow in Swamp Palace. Very first chest. That lets us finish Eastern. We still can't finish Palace of Darkness without a big key.
Powder? So Dazed fake powdered. I don't think Nep did that though.
I thought Nep did as well.
Oh, maybe he did.
I think so.
I missed it. Well, then we don't care about powder.
Right, can't do the big chest here in Mire because we don't have the key for Mire, because it's probably in GT because it's a pendant Mire, and a single arrow as if to tell the player directly what the game is thinking and
So-
direct them out.
Sailor Nep's gonna go to Swamp now. I don't think there's anything much else to do.
No, I mean, dig spot. Dig spot.
You'll do that after Swamp.
You
probably.
100% do
Yeah.
that after. I'd go into Swamp first.
And
Actually, I'd go into Swamp first and then do Bombos.
Yeah, you got Bombos as well. Or, we could hit Go mode in here, but it's not looking likely.
With that bow pickup, we do have every item we need to finish the game. It is just keys we're looking for at this point. And in fact, just pendant keys. So, I mean, I hate to call things early. I hate to even make the safest statements, but I feel like Dazed has an advantage right now. Just being further through Swamp.
I've been told I've been using the wrong pronouns for Nep the whole race, so I'm very sorry about that.
Oh, yes.
She, her.
There we go. We got there. Right. What do we find in... What else do we look for? Do you just rush GT, looking for the last keys? I mean, I think Dazed is doing that right.
It seems like the old Dungeons Key Sanity type of play. if you have access and you're looking for clearable pendants.
Yeah.
It feels like they've done a lot out of the game already. There isn't that many choices left, so.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't want to skip too much, but you also want to get to GT kind of as fast as you can.
I think the big difference in terms of overworld stuff between the runners is Nep did take the time to do. It doesn't matter where my sentence was going because Pod Big Key really changes things from Argus.
Some routing decisions off your mind.
yeah, that really simplifies this. You just take what you got. Looks like Dazed is still going to do the Bombos check because it is never faster than right now. But just abandon left side. Abandon left side, go straight to Pod. Finish that off, go straight to Eastern, finish that off.
Yeah, hard to go back to Swamp now.
Is that the legendary Meyer Small Key? Finally, we see them.
We found one of them.
Yeah, not even multiple.
So yeah, still no boots, so that's fun. Walking back to Pod, as you do in this mode.
For the last time, at least.
Yeah.
So Dazed is going to have a very quick pod here. Nep might spend a little bit more time. She's got a couple checks that she didn't do on the first trip. Well, I guess Dazed didn't do the big chest, so... do you check the big chest when you're 2 big keys away from Go Mode and you have all of GT available to you?
Well, he skipped left side Swamp, but he did do the tablet.
Yeah.
Like, you got a mirror anyways, so tablet doesn't feel that bad, but I don't know.
Yeah, tablet doesn't feel that bad. Left side Swamp does.
Rush the boss here.
Yeah. Of course, rushing the boss makes it slower to go back for the big chest because you have to load the outside and then go back into the dungeon all over again. I
feel like I don't know what the right choice is. You gotta kind of pick and commit to it. A little bit.
Just go with your gut. Do the checks that you think are right to do.
Back of Pod is very slow.
So really
if you're skipping left side Swamp, you're probably gonna skip that.
Well, and Nep here is skipping Bombos as well.
Yeah, which also is pretty reasonable to do. That is extra bad to go back for, it feels like. It's not worse than left side Swamp, but...
No, but what is? Ooh, Dazed! Dazed, this is not how we do Turtle Room! That was a very good recovery, though. Actually, folks, the startling part of Dazed's recovery there is the part you didn't see. Most people who mess up the Turtle Room and suddenly have the turtles in the wrong spots instinctively slash to take them out. And that is the worst thing you can do when you have full health, because your sword beams don't kill them in a hit. So heads up play by Dazed to stick to the hammer.
No boots for Helma. I don't know. Personally, I think that kind of sucks.
Yeah, not a fan of that.
But tempered, it doesn't really make any difference.
Easy 4.
Decent fight.
So Nep's actually doing Eastern before Pod here.
So the reason you would do that is probably because, I mean, you might find what you need or something.
If Armos drops a key, then your decisions about Pod becomes that much easier. Unfortunately, if Helma drops the silver arrows, then your Eastern Palace is going to be faster. and that's how Dazed is gonna win this exchange.
Yeah, but not that much faster. Like, I don't know
No.
what the difference is, maybe 5-10 seconds.
Yeah, it's
quite a bit,
not huge.
but
And
not
it's
monumental.
not like Nep is gonna miss those silvers somehow. Dazed going back for the big chest.
I think the nicer thing about silvers for that fight is you come out with more arrows.
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that the truth?
I guess you save some time in these Igor rooms as well.
I've seen too many runners burned by. That's not likely to happen here, but too many runners burned by spending all their arrows on Armos and Vidi. And then they get to GT and they have no arrows left.
Days did go back in
Yeah.
on the map, so I guess left side swamp is just one of those places. What was on Armos there?
That. Oh, it's a Hera small. I mean, okay, so my gut reaction was that sucks, but actually that's fine, right? You go up to GT, you clear all of the GT basement, and then if you didn't get anything from that, you just check the Hera basement while you're there. It's actually not that bad.
You gotta do your 2 tile rooms in a row if you don't find it, what you need.
If you want to do something really wacky, you rush that, I guess, but that feels wrong.
That would be about the same type of play as rushing the first tile room in GT.
Yeah. Yeah, I would definitely equate those two.
Yeah. Where are we at here? It's pretty close. We've done a lot. We're both clearing the opposite dungeons roughly the same pace. Nep probably has a little bit further to go to the boss than Dazed.
Yeah, I would say so. Oh yeah, definitely, because Nep has to do this cutscene.
This cutscene is forever. This cutscene we could take out a rando, right? The other one is, I guess you still gamble like pendant helmets and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The Meyer one is more interesting because people like skip that chest all the time.
Specifically because of the timing, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're gonna see Nep's gonna come out of these dungeons having a few more checks done, but ultimately Dazed is gonna come out ahead in the rush for GT. And that seems to be the advantage. I can't imagine that, like, Dazed stops now with GT access and says, oh, I'm gonna go check Pyramid Ferry. That feels like an out there play. So Haswell first, maybe.
Apparently.
Ah, why? You're here. Why not?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh my god!
Vanilla boots! How often do you see that?
I hate this!
I don't know if it still counts as vanilla when Eastern's not the green pendant, but... Heck yeah.
Where was our bow? In Swamp or something?
Yeah.
With those flippers in Misery Mire on a fluting turtle. Grumble.
Cool game. Welcome to Key Sanity. I mean, plus the game just being random.
Just a casual 100-minute boot. Nep's gonna get those, right?
Well, doing extra checks here, so probably. I mean, he skipped the tablet, that's the only thing, but...
Yeah. No, she's gotta do it. She's gotta...
Sorry, I'm still saying the wrong thing.
You wouldn't skip that right now. She'll be fine. She'll be fine. I mean, it's that weird situation where I'm almost certain boots don't actually make a difference in terms of the logic at this point. They just make everything so much faster that Dazed will have enough of a heads up, or a leg up, if Nep doesn't go get them.
I would I guess I'd be a little surprised if she skipped them,
Yeah.
but we'll see. $143, enter GT. Got this, the Hera big key chest, and a very lonely dig spot left. And left side swamp, I guess.
Ooh. Let's not think about that.
And Thieves Big.
Though, at least, Thieves Small can't be here. So we logically needed it to get to this point. Ooh, days. There we go.
Right.
There we go. It's fine. Oh look, Nep got her boots. We're good. We're happy.
Yeah, that would have been rough to miss, even for the last little chunk of the seed here.
Unfortunate that she walks out into the portal and goes back to the Dark World. Common mistake that we've all made. Right there. This will be a Meyer key on the torch, I bet. Ooh. Look at this.
Doing boots checks. I guess we got those as well.
You know, they're there. They save you a mountain climb if it works. It's an if. It's an if.
Yeah, it's a solid play for sure. They're pretty quick. Not quite as quick as the 20 checks in GT, but...
Days just found nothing of importance so far. It still isn't, as Nep is headed to the mountain.
The red boomerang showing off why it's the worst.
Yeah, you can do some cool strats. Actually, my favorite thing is to have both boomerangs and use red boomerang in the first room, blue in the second. But sorry, scratch that, reverse that. Keys, please.
There's got to be something in here, right?
Yeah.
Well, we still got a good number of checks left.
There's a hard container, because 17 is what we really need when we have red mail.
Jeez, we do have a few.
There's the blue boomerang locked behind the spot you most want it, all the rooms in the game. I'm not mad, this is fine. Oh, we can't even check the big chest because we don't have the Gadon's Tower big key.
That's an item we need. I didn't even notice we didn't have it.
Didn't have what?
The GT big key.
Oh yeah. We're still looking for that. I think that's part of why Dazed rushed here so hard. Is he needs 2 items.
We're gonna need that, and that locks a check. Well, a few checks, but that big chest is really horrible.
I mean, Nep, it's fine that you're leaving a Meyer key on the torch, but I'm a little concerned that you're just... I guess at this point, the keys don't matter.
There's no small keys
Yeah.
we need?
Yeah.
Probably.
Right, no, because we know where the Aga Tower small keys are. They're in Aga Tower. Yeah, okay.
Solid skip there. I would probably just get it by force of habit.
Yeah, I mean, Days did, it seems. So we're seeing tile room now. There's not a lot left.
There sure isn't. And
So if this doesn't work, you immediately mirror and use your Hero small key. And if you're Nep, you probably... Oh no! If you're dazed, you probably are a big chest as well. Nep did that earlier because she did ice before Hera. Then you do dig spot and you go back to left side swamp and you just, at that point, pray your opponent made the same call.
interesting point you made about the Thieves' Key locking this, because we haven't found it and there's not much left.
Yeah, we might find it again out here now, but
We might, or it could be on Vitreous.
okay, yeah,
Maybe.
I don't like
I
that.
don't know.
Oh, Chad also points out correctly that we got that 4th Turtle Rock key now, so we could just have to go back there. I hate this. I just hate this. This is one of those things where it's no fun to be racing in this spot because you're sitting here checking all these spots, thinking about every minor side spot you skipped, and you go, what if my opponent checked that and it turned out to have the keys? Like, have I lost the race already and I'm just going through the motions? Neither runner's in that spot, fortunately, but...
Pretty interesting that they've made pretty similar skips overall.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm very glad that they've made those same skips.
Yeah.
Because the only thing worse than watching these two do the same things would be watching one runner completely out of it. Ooh, there's the hook speed.
I feel like the game is just laughing at this faux AD keys thing. It's like, oh, we'll just hide some other things in horrible spots than the Egg
Makes the game so much easier. We don't need the Egg Tower keys.
Geez, there's some horrible checks left, but not much good. Dig spot's about the best right now. And that feels really bad, because your opponent could have checked that way earlier.
Yeah, Nep is going to win back some time here, since she's already done Bonk Rock's King's Tomb. And Dazed is going to throw, what, roughly 45 seconds?
Something like that, yeah.
I'm spitballing that number, so if it ends up
no one has
correct.
ever timed what it takes to do those 2 checks, I don't think.
Korek probably did once.
Alright. There's 19 hearts for Sailor Nep.
Hey, it's turning out to be about 45 seconds for Days to do these 2 checks.
That's a great guess. You find when you start timing things in this game, it's like walking isn't that big a deal. It's all screen transitions. Just add up your screen transitions, multiply them by 4 seconds.
That's the big thing.
Yeah.
That's the big heuristic that's come up when I've been talking about routing and paths and times with people is, well, how many screen transitions is
Don't ever mirror. It's terrible. It's like 12 seconds if you get a mirror or something stupid. There's that compass we've been missing.
Thanks, Dig Spot.
I guess that, like, it was okay to put that off, but that was a daft bird dodge
Dave,
there.
No, Dave, I understand it's a small key in the library. It can't help you at this point. It's just gonna be a minor small key. It
might tell him something, like it might give him a hint, like if it's thieves, maybe you go to thieves.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Nep shouldn't have been skipping that torch key. Oh no, right. The torch key can't have been thieves. We've been over that. We've established that axiom.
That's
So, okay. So, all right, library was a good check.
It's a gigantic brain thing to know that the Thieves Town key can't be in GT, and
That is-
I see a key and I'm not gonna pick it up.
That is way...
Mega brain power.
That is absolutely brilliant thinking.
Uh,
You and I got there with both of us 10 minutes after Nep got there, so, you know.
and chat probably helping us. We're back in Mire, so our skips didn't hurt us until now because we're back.
Yeah. So, big question is, does Dazed do the spike chest skip as well? Or does he clear this dungeon in the same way?
If 2 runners did it, that would be amazing. There's something I don't know at that point.
That's the strangest pact I've ever seen.
Yeah. We're gonna do cutscene just first. That's why Daze bailed out of here. He didn't want to do that.
Interesting. Gonna dip the right side first. Alright. I mean, I never know how to route my correctly in a time like this.
I don't know. Yeah, who knows?
I might have done the
if you're planning to mirror out of here, like you won't find what you need.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Probably not bad, but you probably are hoping to find something.
Right, that ongoing trade-off of
Yeah,
do I route best case or optimally for checking everything?
It's kind of a shame for Daze because this could have been a time save, but they also have all 3 Mire keys now, so
yeah,
puts it in logic, makes sense. It's 2 checks.
Nep is gonna skip that compass and head
Swamp
back into swamp
or tablet.
or tablet. This is getting close.
Down to the wire here. Somebody
It's looking like tablet.
finds something. It's not going to be Dazed in this chest. It's not going to be Nep on this tablet.
This is actually really close between the two at this point.
Fluting away. Thought into swamp might be the play there. Even up to dig spot maybe. But
Well,
neither of those.
that's Nep double checking that she in fact got the desert ledge key and now heading. Oh no!
Not
into
this
Ice
play.
Palace.
Oh no.
I understand this, but it hurts.
The rough thing about this play is that you can conceivably see your opponent getting the keys in the other order.
Yeah.
But it's
Oof.
if they don't and you do it, it's probably a win.
Yeah.
Oh, but this is quite a time sink, unfortunately, for Sailor Nep.
Everything's a win if you do the game in the right order.
Exactly. Just find the items. That's the important part. What's Stays doing here up on the mountain?
Lava chest in Turtle Rock.
Wow, are we
Which
down
is-
to that?
Yeah, also very far to go just for one check.
Okay, let's see. So if it's left side swamp and Sailor Nep doesn't go to lava chest, these
Then-
probably are about even plays.
Oh, then Nep's got a big lead at that point. Because Nep's coming close to the chest right here. And then she can just mirror away.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, Dave has a ways to go in here.
If she goes to lava chest, she will just be behind. Unless Dazed goes to Pyramid Fairy at this point, which, you know, I might do right now instead of left side swamp.
That's the painful map to pick up.
I want to point out this isn't even an all dungeons keys problem. This is just how key sanity goes sometimes.
This
Sometimes
looks
you
like
just
this, yeah.
don't
yeah.
get your Ganon's tower key.
It is absolutely, and this looks like the swamp play out of Nep. So
She's still not doing shovel. All right. No shovel.
So this is the moment of truth. Oh no.
Poor days.
Does it have to be left side swamp? Or are we missing anything?
As far as I can tell,
Could be Thieves small on left side swamp, and then
Yep.
we could.
we do need that thief small at some point, so wouldn't be surprised to see it show up here.
And we're still missing 2 items, which is kind of interesting too.
Yeah.
There's not too many places left once we find one of them.
All right. Which way does Dazed go here? If he goes down, this is going to stay close. If he goes north... Nope. Okay, this is...
Taking the slow way to swamp.
That is 8 extra seconds from 2 screen transitions.
Probably not quite 8, because swimming's kind of slow too, but
Yeah.
something like that.
And that has been Math with Phyllian and Chimo. Of course, the problem with putting off left side swamp till later is you don't get to dive her down anything. You gotta do this the slow way, as Nep is remembering.
Yeah, and you gotta remember that it's the slow way.
Can you believe it's almost been 20 minutes since we pulled the boots off Sahasrallah, and we're still not done? We're still not even in go mode from there?
We're still missing 2 items. It's 2 hours. We just got boots.
Oh, I don't like that sound there.
Yeah, we're down to the same play. Nep is a little bit ahead here.
A couple of... Oh. Interesting. Wait. Now, what? You got this key already. No.
It sets the pegs the right way.
I guess. Yeah. I don't know why she went for the pot, but okay. Okay, yeah.
I don't know if it's been timed. I don't know which is faster. I assume not that, but...
I wonder if it's one of those things that, like, if you do the diver down perfectly,
it'll be real
It's a
close.
second faster, and so I should never do it. But I can see why people do it.
Yeah, it'll be
I mean, it
real
looks like
close no
Dazed is
matter
doing
what.
it as well.
This sort of thing is like, you see a bunch of random players doing it, so you assume it's the fastest, so everybody starts doing it, but no one
Yeah.
ever timed it. That's
And then
usually
finally-
how it goes, yeah.
6 months later, someone times it, and oh. So in all of that confusion, what did we get? The Meyer big key?
Yeah.
All right, that unlocks 2 more locations, both in Misery Mire.
And then we can check Ped. So,
Oh god. Big Key of Evil's Bane on the pedestal.
but I mean, like, Ped's not that bad. Like, we've got that in GT.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess Nep has TR Lava Chest, and Dazed has not done Pyramid Fairy somehow.
Yep.
That's the big brain skip, apparently.
I think they both escape those checks. I hope they both escape those checks.
Yeah, that's. I mean, the Lava Chest is ridiculous to do. Probably, unless you don't have other options, which it kind of was like that a second ago.
And there's our Thieves Small Key and the Meyer Big Chest.
Oh,
All right.
thanks, game.
Alright.
Unlocking progression, 1 check at a time. Yeah, it's kind of just enough at that point. You really didn't want to see that. Like, even if Vidi has the G2 big key, you're just still annoyed about that Thieves key. I mean, you needed it, so it had to be out there somewhere. But...
Yeah, you knew you were gonna cross paths with it. Both runners checking that big chest first.
Yeah,
I think at this point, just wanting to play the odds and or play defensively and not Doomire 2 a third time.
It's quite quick to do on the way anyways.
So I think we're about 45 seconds between the runners entering this dungeon. We'll see how it plays out when they leave, but it feels like Nep has the lead here, and we are just in kind of execute along the breadcrumbs mode. Not that either runner knows this, of course. In a seed like this, you really have no idea where your opponent is.
Yeah, well, and they both did some pretty hard checks that didn't pay off, like the lava chest and TR and the ice big chest.
Yeah.
Going back for those is like, just feels bad. There's kind of no winners in seeds like this. It just feels terrible. Silver Arrow Vidi, no problems.
And there we are.
Okay, well the game's gonna be nice at the end here. Not
Okay.
make us do anything
We got
stupid.
We got There's our big QBR. Finally, after 2 hours in go mode.
Okay, so we got, yeah, go mode. We're about 40 seconds, 50 seconds apart here. With Nep on the way.
And what does go mode look like today? Looks like run back to GT, climb GT, then climb Mega Tower.
Okay, go mode GT Big Key is kind of a pain because you gotta climb Death Mountain again.
So, big play in this seed was both runners skipping left side swamp. Either one doing left side swamp would have given them a pretty decisive victory here, but at the same time, I understand skipping that when it's only 2 checks and all of GT was open to you.
And that was the seed was terrible. Like things weren't unlocked. You had so few options, and then suddenly you did swamp and you had a bunch of stuff open. So it's like, it's probably in GT. It's probably in Pod or Eastern. The left side swamp finds a way. Sailor Nep enters GT at 2:05:58 or so.
Alright, what are your favorite facts about the gauntlet, the GT climb? Your favorite strategy tips. What do you see people doing that you wish they would just stop doing?
I mean, those mimic rooms are kind of impossible. There's a ton of strats for them.
Yeah. Those are just impossible.
Not the gauntlet specifically, but I think a lot of runners fall off of Torches 1, and I don't think that saves any time at all. But
Oh, interesting.
it's certainly not the strat used in the speedrun.
Well, today I learned. Big fan of Nep strat in the spike room there, which is kind of the only strat as far as I know, but it is heck of efficient. I mean, the big strat here through Gauntlet, at least in those first 2 rooms, is not to swing at the Stalfos unless it's, what, downwards?
You just gotta be close to them.
Yeah.
The G2 random players like to kill the top one with the pot and dash down. Lots of speedrunners like to slash, but they're pretty. It kind of depends on the RNG of it. What's better?
Mm-hmm. The big thing is if you miss those guys, A, you've spent the time on.
Yeah, Staphos are a pain.
Yeah. Then they get away from you. Ooh, Day's not quite getting the spikes room. Taking the hit and losing a second or so, which wouldn't matter except he seems to be bleeding time and Nep seems to be pulling ahead here.
Yeah, Nep's Gauntlet was pretty clean. The 2-cycle silver Landmos. I don't know. That's for some reason a hard fight. probably shouldn't be, but it is.
It's the stupid shooter in the corner.
Yeah. So the last patch they removed the jingle glitch. Is that right?
They did. They did.
I think that's a horrible decision, personally.
So, you know, on the one hand, I think it's great for accessibility because it sucks when you're a newer player of this game and you're halfway up the dungeon, and for no reason at all, everything disappears. Same with
this
like
room
quadrant
right
glitch
here,
on Moldworm.
like you know where you're at. Like how well did the room before go? You have to know some stuff. So I really don't agree with taking that out, at least for competitive.
You still see you still hear the jingle go off. You still know where you are. We still saw Nep get that little second of stutter.
But it's like it went a little bad, so sometimes you'll delay a bit. Like it can cost you some time, things like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that was an interesting so-called fix to a vanilla thing.
I like it. I like it being part of the decision of that room in the strat, and just needing to do the heads-up play. Does it matter? Does it actually happen to people very often? No, but
it probably.
I wish it could.
Nothing.
I wish it could.
I don't know. I thought that was probably the most interesting thing in the last patch. The C and the P in the dungeons is really nice. I think it's a great addition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I like that it shows up even if you just have the map. So.
Yeah. Oh, nice triple there. That last one was a little tricky. Ooh. Potentially 2-cycle Aga, but really tough.
Ooh, yeah. I've taken several cycles there.
It's one of the toughest fights in the game to do quick. It was pretty good. Four cycle doesn't lose. I mean, 2 cycles like almost unheard of.
Yeah. Shout outs to that 2017 tournament when I think it was in the finals when both runners did a 2-cycle Aga 2 simultaneous with each other.
Dave's not picking up the 3 there. It was pretty tough, but it's pretty good. Nep got that. Oh yeah, we've got Aga Tower left.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I'd have dropped in again and he'd call me a dingus.
The best thing about last week, no, Nep, you still gotta, yeah, there we go. There we go. The best thing about last week was having a partner who could sit there in your ear reminding you, don't drop into Ganon, don't drop into Ganon, don't drop into Ganon.
Yeah. I like this for this mode just because it's just like the vanilla Aga Tower, which is a really fun dungeon. And there's lots of cool strats and stuff like that. I know we all hate doing Aga, but it's just because of time loss. It's no time loss here.
Yeah, if you're both doing it, it's fine. And, you know, I often compare the dungeons to, like, how it felt to do them as a kid. And I know that when I was a kid with Master Sword, I didn't know what enemies dropped keys. I didn't know what enemies made chests. I had to kill every enemy in this tower with a Master Sword. And going through late game with like a tempered or better, and just cleaning house and knowing exactly where to go, it's a feeling of power over the game that you don't always get.
And these fairy guards still give trouble to us.
Yeah. As much as the dungeon isn't dangerous, it can still slow you down in nasty ways.
Other
does not get the
not
arrows.
being a pain, so 6 is enough if you don't miss
enough.
3.
just be fine. Just don't mess it up.
Looks like Nep picked up a little bit of time in the 2 splits. Oh, the hook strat speed. It's so easy to lose time doing that, but it looks good for now. You gotta also cancel your dash and slash the curtain without grabbing the wall, so let's see. Nice. Oh, okay. Still probably save time. Just one miss slash there. Gotta go for it if you have hook. And quick swap. No excuse. Right keyguard just being a bro in that room though, walking down, ignoring everything.
Is that RNG fixed for both runners?
I don't know. Is there so much of that in Randall? Like some things are fixed and some things aren't.
I wonder about that one. Certainly, it would be a candidate for it, just because you want to have both runners get the same good or badness there.
Yeah, another really good change in the last patch was not like the drops in standard are not randomized, like it's based on the seed or whatever.
Oh yeah, see, as long as you kill as many enemies as your opponent, you'll still get the same
Yeah, you
drops.
can't get screwed by RNG not getting a bomb.
I love that.
Yeah.
Alright, Ganon, Nap, do it. You know what you're doing. 1-1.
Oh!
That's not a 1-1, that's a hit.
Trident spin goes sideways. Good thing we have 20 hearts in red mail.
Yeah. Yeah, this will not affect her ability to finish the fight. This will not even cost her enough time.
That does cost a decent amount of time though. I don't know how much. 10 seconds? 15?
Yeah. It'll be fine. Oh, this is going to be a 2-2 though, which isn't great. The sound effect shuffle makes me think that every time Neff hits Ganon, she's getting hit.
Neff just bodying those bats, but it's fine.
Yeah. Again, 20 hearts, red mail, safe.
On to phase 3.
Data's dropping into the fight now, but even a 1-1 is not going to be enough to catch up. Which is fine, because he also misses it.
Yeah.
Very good use of Torch Glitch. And Nep gets the 4th hit there at the bottom of the room. Not the cleanest Ganon fight we've seen, but after 2 hours and 15 minutes of racing, I would not be at my optimum either.
Oh,
that is how you finish the game.
Phase 4 was clean, that's a GG.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you have the race room open?
I do somewhere here, yeah. So looks like that's an official time of 2:15:43 for Sailor Nep. And Day's just cleaning up phase 3 here, so he'll be done shortly. Hopefully. I guess 6 arrows was enough for Nep. Oh, nice. Gets the triple to finish her off.
Oh! Yeah! Some good gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, kind of a rough seed in some ways. There were some bad places. If you don't skip left side swamp, maybe it's not as bad, but 2 hours and 15 and these runners finish in within a minute of each other.
Yeah, that's the really exciting part.
Looks like we're joined in chat by Sailor Nap. GG's.
Thank you. GG's for Days Cloud, that's for sure. This was quite a race.
And there's Days now. GG's.
Oh, GG's, bud.
GG.
Dude, I kind of hate having you to watch that and just watch me kind of going like, oh my god, what am I doing the entire time, and trying to metagame Nep and GG's Nep.
GG.
So do you guys enjoy that seed?
So there's something I would like to say. Just there's this thing with me in every season I play 80 keys at some point, and either the Myra Big Key or the Canis de Maria causes me no end of grief. And so of course it happened again.
I
like
mean,
a curse.
that thing was just I mean, like you get the bow out of swamp, right? And you've got all of GT open, right? And Myers a pendant. You don't have the GT big key. I mean, of course, you're gonna rush GT, right? And the crazy thing is that if either of us do left side swamp, that person would win by 20 minutes.
Yeah. I kind of assumed after a certain point that we had to have made the same call once I knew where it was. But I committed to last locating it because after GT was nothing, I was like, well, it has to be one of these other bad spots, or maybe the Thieves Town small key will show up and it'll be in the big chest. So I kept playing like that was gonna happen. It was just like, okay, I accept my fate. Let's go.
I like at the moment that GT was done, I pulled open the race room and I'm just sitting here waiting for you to finish. The whole time, I'm just like, come on, Nep, hurry up. What's the problem here? Oh God, she did the same thing I did.
Yeah, I mentioned this in the race time room, but my brain just kind of short circuited when I went to go into TR. I accidentally jumped off the ledge because for whatever reason mentally I'd already opened it. And then when I made that mistake, I just didn't react well. And I was like, oh, I don't have the mirror. I got to go back to the bottom, despite the fact that I had the mirror for about half an hour at that point.
Yeah, there were a couple things that your teammates were freaking out about in chat.
Yeah, there was also the big mistake in Meyer just running past one of the chests. It that cost me a couple of rooms worth, and trying to go without the small key. Because how do you get that far into an 80 keys seed and not have a Myers stall?
I know.
Yeah.
Like, I just wasn't even thinking about it, and then I did it again.
The best play I made was I remember I forget who it was. I want to say it was like Pretty Wong or something. Like mentioned at one point that if you don't have a big key or a small key, then there's only like 2 chests available in Logic and Mire. So that's why when I went into Mire there after doing Desert, I just grabbed when I got the flippers and I got the half magic, I just bounced out of there. I'm like, I will come back to this later. There's nothing else in here, right game? Because I mean, I need at least a key. So I kind of gambled that. That was right.
Yeah, that's
But
a good call. I kind of like it. I didn't do it myself, but
well, it didn't matter because I ended up coming back 3 times.
oh no.
It was
But
a good play, but if only it wasn't for left side swamp.
Oh my God. I mean, it's brutal. Like you go through and that's just what it is, you know? What are you gonna do? I mean, I was looking forward to racing Nep ever since I found it out because she's one of my favorite people to watch. So, I mean,
I'm
I've
flattered
been,
to hear that.
oh no, I mean, I've learned tons from you. Basically, I don't know if I told you the story, but like I learned how to do hammer yump because I was watching Nep's stream. And I was able to pick up something that she did and then go, oh, that's the setup. And then since then, I've been able to do hammer jump. So,
I'm glad I could help.
yeah, no. Yeah, definitely.
So a question in chat, which I think is a good one from Fear Agent, Dazed. Why TR big over swamp left side?
TR lava chest.
Yeah.
That's called why you should not ever metagame. I literally did that because I went, how has Nep not finished? Wait, is it there? Like that, it could be there. And so I went, and then I got the 20 rupees, and I went, well, I'm now double dead. So, I mean, that's what you do. I just don't metagame, kids. It never works in your favor. Just don't do it.
I was in a similar spot, except after GT and Hera Basement, I didn't want to believe, so I went elsewhere. And then by that point, I was thinking, I can't afford this mountain trip. I had just kind of accepted my loss mentally at that point.
I was there with you. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it was a similar play for ice for you, Nep. Versus
Yeah,
left side swamp.
it seemed like it could be worth it. Because the Hera Big Key was in ice, and then you have
I forgot about that.
the Ice Palace Big show up in Hera. So I was like, if it's there, that could be the play. But it wasn't just a map.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Such as
Oh
life.
God. The logic on this seed. Oh. I mean, I loved that little Hera ice thing there because once I got hookshot out of out of TR there. Once I finished TR, went over and I was debating whether or not I was going to Harapot up, and then I got book out of hookshot cave and I was like, I'm right here. And so then I get ice big key and I was like, oh sweet, great. And so when I went into ice, I was able to full clear it, but ugh, what are you gonna do?
That's pretty good. I was in a different spot. I fake flippered into Ice Palace before ever going into Turtle Rock because I was like, I'm going to try and see if I can get lucky and get a small key in case I could potentially avoid a double dip. But then it didn't happen, and then it was just in TR.
Yeah, of course. It was just I was walking in there with 2 keys after having nothing else, and I'm just kind of going, well, I guess we'll just get whatever's in Mimic Cave, and then they get that 3rd TR key, and I'm just like, well, I guess I'll just beat Try next. Well, anyway. GG's Nep. I got to get running, guys. Thanks for everything. Thanks for the restream, and yeah, good. Best of luck with everything else there, guys.
And I echo those thanks. It was a lot of fun, and GG's again, Days Cloud. I hope we get to maybe meet again in playoffs or something.
We'll see.
Well, thanks to both runners for stopping in to give us their thoughts. My favorite interviews are the ones where they just riff on each other, and I just get to sit back and listen to them. Hey, if you want to watch more league races, we have nothing tonight. But if you click on the schedule link in the chat, you'll go to the Invitational League schedule and see everything that's lining up, because we're sure to have more stuff throughout the rest of this week, as this week of League is entirely fad keys. Just more of this sort of garbage over and over. We didn't even get to 20 hearts after all that. We're 4 heart pieces short.
So close. So close.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're interested in seeing game 2 of this series, Mystic and Relkin at 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday is the plan. So,
but aren't you on the Frozen Leftovers team? Couldn't you be racing this week?
I think that you've seen by the seed why I'm not playing this week.
Yeah, fair enough.
I lost twice last week, so it's somebody else's turn to lose.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could skip keys week at this point, but it doesn't appear to be an option. It does look like a race is still going on SpeedGaming main, so folks, if you want to hop over there, you could catch the end of that. Until next time, though, I've been Filey, and have a great night, everyone. You get the last word.
And I've been Chimo, and thanks a lot. GG's everybody. Thanks, Heart Tracker. Finally on. Great job, everybody.
Oh yeah, thanks, Akir. Thanks, Akir. Bye.